Alright, welcome back to the next episode of Art Time. Or what should have been the 65th episode if OBS wasn't such a piece of crap that last time. Today we're drawing the void. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and now that we've gotten that out of the way with, a lot of nonsense occurred. Just double checking. Yes, microphone's still connected. Good, great. Because for some god fucking unknown reason, OBS was like, I'm just going to deconnect the microphone that has been connected here for the freaking many months that you have been using it, and just ruin what was a pretty good episode. There was a lot of funny things in there. There was Crunkiplier. Maybe I'll try to bring that back after the depressing hour that we're gonna have to sit through because of all of the nonsense that's been just happening today. That just makes me want to rip somebody's fucking head off. But I'll get into that in a minute. So all that nonsense happened. There's more nonsense to occur. One of which is the fact that we have to freaking deal with another Saturday. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about Game Crafters yet until next Saturday. Well, in this case, this Saturday, because this video is only coming up on Sunday. So we will have already gone through the nonsense unless somebody signed for it, which I have no clue if they are going to or not. So that's one gripe I have with a particular corporation that's just annoying and just loves to overwork their employees because they just want to make more fucking money. Another gripe I have is with Patreon at the moment. Thinking about switching over to Subscribestar. Yep. I'm not gonna go into that further. I just cannot stand these freaking... What's the word I'm looking for? Ah, yes, pornophobic people who just can't seem to handle the fetish style and whatnot. It's just, a lot of people out there really just seem to be pornophobic, kinkophobic or something. Kinkphobic? Whatever kind of words you want to, describe them as. They really just seem to be afraid of anything that would make their little willies rise or their little freaking clits just vibrate. Or I don't know what the hell the word is. Because they just can't, they just don't know their feelings. They're grown-ass men and women who don't know their feelings, and they're like, oh, we don't want this on our platform. And then there's frickin' PayPal, another fucking corporation who apparently also the reason why frickin' Pornhub tanked and why most not safe for work artists can't do anything in that department. It's a good thing I'm not putting that particular stuff as my main number one egg in the basket. No, that resides. That spot is reserved. That's the word I'm looking for Game Crafters, my game creations, and the show, comic, novels, whatever the hell you want to call those that I'm making on DeviantArt with Nova Guardians and soon-to-be Elementals Reborn. But still, I want to create extra stuff that I can't post anywhere else outside of adult-focused websites. And now, HBO Max has decided to remove more freaking shit off of their... What do you call it? I was thinking about giving Close Enough. You know, that show that was made by the people who made Regular Show. I enjoyed Regular Show. I figured that would be a good show to get into. Close Enough would be interesting. And I feel like that would be right up my alley. Boy, I'm glad I didn't get into it, because then I'd be even more pissed off, because that's another show that HBO Max just decides to wipe off of their fucking list while I'm in the middle of watching. So yes, there's that nonsense. It seems like today is Corporation Day, where all corporate dumbasses that are in charge of everything are just making the dumbest decisions possible, and I just don't understand why. It's just... I can't fathom their fucking decisions here. I can't catch a break. I just can't seem to fucking catch a break. Anyways, we're making the void. And, the void is tricky because it's basically just nothingness. It's like another version of the Sky Shoals with, like, what little floating islands there are that's only located surrounding the frickin' Void Eater. So, yeah. I gotta try to figure out how I want to go about making the background. But once the outline is set, that's essentially it. I am going to try to recreate what was said in the video, the lost video now. The lost video because this piece of crap decided, hey, microphone Realtek audio? Yeah, that doesn't exist now. Let's move over to can't connect to one. And just not even notify of it. Just like, it's something so subtle. Like, give me a freaking notification saying, hey, the microphone is disconnected. You might want to check to see if it's connected now or something. I don't know, just some hint that something just fucked up instead of just wasting hours of whatever. Anyways, I have been watching Kids Next Door. Yes, this is a topic I've talked about before. And I wanted to talk about the whole, how everything there is so dark and messed up. About that one boss man who was going to send a bunch of kids to Pluto. We still doing it? Okay, it's still recording. Good, just double check because apparently this frickin' system likes to just not cooperate sometimes. He sends them to Pluto. And, even cartoon logic doesn't really, change the fact that they have to wear spacesuits to be able to survive in space. And they have no spacesuits. He was going to send them out there to kill them. You know how messed up that is? And I'll tell you what's even more messed up is that Count Spanks-a-Lot. Or Spankula, or however the fuck his name is pronounced. I don't remember. Man, oh man, I've talked about this before, and I'm talking about it again, despite the fact that it didn't get properly recorded. You see here, folks, I see that kind of particular stuff to be more so on the sensual side. Yeah, I'm a masochist, or do I want to go through the whole Markiplier route? Is like whatever the fuck the word is, where he goes, no, I'm not a masochist, and all that stuff, but I'm gonna own up to my masochism, because why the hell not? If this sounds ingenuine, that's because it is, because I already fucking talked about this in a video that should have been recorded, and I am very bitter about it still to this day. And that was on a Sunday, and that was like fucking 3 days ago. God, I got a headache. I've just been freaking brooding and angry throughout the entirety of this freaking month. Anyways, yes, trying to calm down a bit. Yeah, I can't see stuff like tickling or spanking as a means of playful or punishment in that order, of the thing, respectively. That's the word, respectively. I see those as more sexual things. So, of course, seeing that stuff occurring in that show, it really is strange, right? And I talked about this before the episode of the Operation Spank was there. And yeah, that one scene, the innocent kid, the entirety of the core was like, innocent kid instead of just grown man spanking some other parent's children. Because apparently all the adults in this freaking show just want to make children suffer and whatnot. It's weird, right? And I think that was all there was to it. Right, I think that's all we talked about. At least the freaking cliff notes, the mental cliff notes that I have that I can remember. Alright, I'm going to make one of those strand areas. Yeah, this is the problem with the void. I'm not entirely too sure, what the strands are going to look like. See, the void is more so, barren and whatnot. So making the strands, they're going to be a bit difficult. I guess this is what the strands would look like from afar, or something, I don't know. Anyways, what was the next conversational topic we were talking about? Oh yes, we were trying to find what kind of adult characters in the Kids Next Door universe we could utilize in one of their mature drawings. And I said that there was only like one, potentially two, from this one particular character. I was talking about number 3's mother. Can't remember her name, but you know, that's an option right there we can go for. Why the hell not? And then there are strands over here. And then there was, again, I don't remember the name. I think I said Mega Mom or Mighty Mom or something. I only remember Destructo Dad, the name. That's a possibility, but that's like a heavy question? Maybe? I don't know. But could be. And then we switched on over to talking about the Ed, Edd, and Eddy characters again, with the only times the parents being shown is apparently that one fan art / potentially canon. Like, I don't know what that is still. It might be canon, it might not be canon. Who knows? And how I said that the only character there was BB Kanker, but it turns out I was wrong. There's actually at least a few. I don't remember whom, though. I would have to look it up again. Do I want to look it up again? We could try to recreate what was lost. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's recreate what was lost, shall we? Because when I look up parents, it just shows a fandom thing, and it's like, yes, that's apparently everyone wants to accept it as canon. Yeah, fucking, I press X. When I press X, I expect for you to close the fucking window. Piece of shit. Anyways, yes, I was looking through it. Ed's mother, maybe. I gave it a maybe, at least with the second one. That was a potential maybe, but it was like Ed Double D's mother, nah, don't really see it. Eddie's mother, no. I know I'm not getting it exactly the same, but, you know, I'm trying my best. Now, the Kanker's mother, that's despite the fact that she's white trash, you know, not too bad looking. Gotta say, not too bad looking. Now, let me skip these deadbeat fathers over here and move on over to the next set of mothers. Rawls' mother, nope, like mother like son or son like mother or something, whatever I said there. Kevin's mother, maybe. Put it under maybe. And Naz's mother, now there's another one I didn't realize. That's true. And I even did the same thing. It was like, God. And then there's Jimmy's mother. Maybe. Not that bad. Dainty. Not too bad, I gotta say. John's mother. No thanks. Not interested. And I think that was it. Yeah, okay, we covered that department. Well, good. Great. I'm glad I got that. Maybe. Alright, good. Microphone is still connected. Now I'm freaking dealing with the goddamn potential chance of the microphone disconnecting for no fucking reason in the beginning of recording. It only happened in the beginning of recording, but I just don't trust any fucking thing technological anymore. Whatever, it's fine. Now, yes, of course. Crunkaplier. Oh, I gotta get a... Yeah. Yes. Better. Yes, just about. Oh, yes, Crunkaplier. Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Crunkaplier. And tonight we're going to be looking at Cusco's rock hard abs. Yeah. Yeah, give me that Arabian / Egyptian. I don't remember. Yeah, let's get a look at that. Get a little show there. That's what was said. That's what was said in that episode. And needless to say, we were drawing a freaking wholesome drawing of cats. And for some reason, we were making freaking Cusco fanfic. I don't know why. It was pretty hilarious. I said before that most things with guy on guy just taken as funny, while most things with girl on girl are taken as sexual. I mean, it's pretty obvious with the Flintstones how most of the things with Barney and Fred, most of that is taken as a comedy instance. Although, not to say that there isn't, like, any serious ones. I don't think I said this before in that video, but despite the fact that I have no attraction towards the characters, Hammerlock and, I forgot whatever the guy's name was. I don't think it was Jacobs. But that one guy who was in Jacobs, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool couple right there. I say that's goals, even though I don't really, I don't follow the whole marriage relationship stuff. Kind of just like friends with benefits, lust, honest with it. And that's another thing I would like to talk about. Lust is, something that a lot of people try to, like, not make obvious or something. But me, on the other hand, I prefer to be honest. Even if that means I'm not going to find any woman who is any bit interested in that kind of stuff, I would prefer to be honest than to lie and then hurt people's feelings. That's what most people aren't willing to do, apparently. Most people want to try to go for the whole relationship stuff. Others want to use that as an excuse to get some tail. But, yeah. It's better to be honest. Mosquito. Okay. Good. I got the freaking mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. Alright, anyways. Yes, it's good to be honest with your intentions. Even if you don't get anything for it. Do you really want to, like, hurt people's feelings and then, like, have that just, like, hanging over your head and, like, every time you come across another girl, you just pray that she doesn't know about the thing, and then you're like, oh, God, I can't get anywhere anymore. At least in my instance, I might not be able to get any, attention or any attraction or whatnot. But I'm not hurting anybody. Don't get me wrong, it would be nice to have some stuff. Although, I have found ways to satisfy those urges in more ways than is needed to be explained. I don't need to explain it. And no, it's not just a simple, going on ahead and getting that bait set on the string. No, it's more than that. And I'll just leave it at that. Leave it up to the imagination. It's amazing how many things you can do with just a couple of toys. A little bit of toys, go for the Haruka voice, or close to. I think because of my crunk voice that I'm not going to be able to do Haruka as easily, maybe. Anyways, yes, I can do without, but I would prefer to have at least every now and again. It doesn't even have to be like every week, like every other month. Just to have like that feeling. Although I wonder how that would feel. Man, I wish I could talk about it, but as I've said before, too much information. Oh boy, that's too much information. Turner. Can't talk about all that stuff, Turner, because, everybody don't want to hear about it. Man, talk about the goddamn went to Gloomhauer and went to stick Dumadome. Anyways, yeah. Good old-fashioned self-gratification. Because, sometimes, it's all you need. It even got to a point where it's like, it's only like once a week. On the rare occasions, maybe twice or zero, depending on my mood. And half the times lately, I'm freaking aggravated. Oh, aggravated. Aggravated with what, you may ask? Well, many things that are just not cool. This company is another thing. Now, HBO Max just causing all these problems. I got Crunchyroll now, so I don't have to worry about, Any anime I'm watching just disappearing for no reason whatsoever. But now they're just getting rid of a lot of animation. So it's making me think that they're going to get rid of all the old animation as well. Kids Next Door, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would like to, at some point when I'm finished with watching the Kids Next Door, to go on ahead and watch the other Spider. What is with all these insects going in my face? You realize death is surrounding me. I must have an aura, a death aura surrounding me that insects can notice, right? They must realize that this giant person who's just gone out of his way to crush gnats, clap mosquito ass, and moths, and depending on the size of the spiders, or use this with spiders, or house centipedes, and other large insects like crickets, you would think at some point these insects would be like, this area reeks of insect death, let's avoid it at all costs. No. The gnats are all just, hey, insect death, I'm gonna go over, and then they fucking die. Why do they just keep coming? Are they just attracted to the dead insects that are like their freaking brethren that are dying? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it anymore. These insects are annoying. I cannot wait for fall or winter. I don't know what time of the day these insects stop occurring. Anyways. Oh yes, that one instance in the Kids Next Door that I wanted to talk about. Y'all know those pirate guys who had that giant ship that's 100 times... Oh, let me just make sure the microphone is still there. Good. That ship that's 100 times the size of a person's house. You know that ship right there? It's just these freaking grown-ass men dressing up as pirates who are somehow managing to... I know cartoon logic and all, but try to imagine it in real life. Even if it doesn't make sense logically, just try to fucking imagine it. And they'll be like, no, it's cartoon physics. Ugh. And I'll be like, just fucking roll with it. People who are like that are just like, ugh. Yeah, another freaking insect. What the... What? Is that I don't know what the hell that is. What the... I'm gonna blow it. It looked like a spider, but it also looked like a scorpion, which doesn't make any sense because I am on the East Coast where scorpions didn't exist. I have no idea. Is that an insect I'm seeing? That is an insect I'm seeing. Fucking piece of shit somehow jumps out of the way. Whatever. It's just stupid insects I just don't get that they're death around every corner here. Just making sure it didn't somehow jump on me. I don't think it did. It's gone. When will these idiots learn? It's a place filled with death. Anyways, these pirates, these grown-ass men who are just carving the freaking earth and just destroying everybody's yards and whatnot in search for just a crap ton of candy that they just steal from children. Imagine just being a normal adult who's like on no side in the freaking factions that is the kids, adults, and teens nonsense. Imagine just being a normal adult, a neutral bystander, and just seeing your entire front yard just being completely and utterly annihilated. That's gotta suck, you know? That's just gotta suck tenfold. I don't know if I want that. Man, I don't know what I want to do with most of the island. I mean, most of the islands here are pretty simplistic. They don't share the same look as the Sky Shoal, so it is going to be a little bit challenging. Anyways, yeah, we got these like freaking grown-ass men destroying other men and women's freaking household properties. Like, I don't even know how to even... like, how would you even... Is there insurance for that? Do you have, like, giant pirate ship insurance that, like, you know, anything that gets... There has to be, right? There's gotta be. Because otherwise, what the hell do you... And, like, what the hell do the police even do in that situation? They can't stop these pirates. Because, yeah, while the pirates are stealing candy from kids, they're also causing a lot of property damage for all the adults. So obviously they have to get, like, some repercussion. But what do they do at that point? They just have this giant ship that the kids... Stop looking at me like that. Okay. They just got this giant ship that they have no idea how to handle, how to deal with. They're just, like, standing there, mouth agape. The only one who could deal with it are the freaking military. And even then, what are they going to do? It's a giant ship. What are they going to do? Send missiles at them? They probably have, like, some defense mechanism in place that bounces missiles back. The only other thing that they could do to try to, like, stop these grown men from trying to, like, destroy everything is just send a nuke at the ship. Just, like, evacuate everybody in the area and just send a nuke at a ship. But then what? They just have another deflection thingy set up. And then they deflect the nuke back into the sky and it just blows up and causes a mass freaking... like, a lot more damage to the environment because of it. Man, there was a lot more, like, I don't even remember what the hell kind of funny dialogue I had. Man, I'm still freaking pissed at that. That all that just got, like, scrapped because of this freaking stupid thing. It somehow changed all of the microphone outputs from all the other scenes as well. So I had to go through Minecraft and Sonic Adventures 2 scene just to be able to get that reset. I don't know, the computer did update in between videos, so maybe it freaking somehow fucked up the microphone and then OBS was like, where'd the microphone go? Even so, it should still give you a notification that the goddamn microphone has just been on disconnected or something. I don't know anymore. Alright, so there is more here that I want to do. I don't want to do too much here. I want there to be like some void instance and then something else over here. This is the floating islands, the floating isles, I think I'm going to call it, that surrounds the Void Eater. Right now we're on the edge looking out this way. Essentially, like, here's the Void Eater, and then here's the floating isles. All within this point is the void, with the small amount of floating islands surrounding, but not surrounding, a small amount of floating islands scattered throughout the place. Like, floating island, whoops, right. I guess I could just do this. Floating islands, something like this. And the Void Eater is actually the size of, what do you call it? Bigger than our solar system, I believe. Although he probably wouldn't be like this. It would probably be like this and be way more like spread out. So there'd be like very small bits that are kind of like planet distances away or something. That's essentially what it is. And then on the outside is just the rest of the void with its own regions. The floating isles is just this entire thing, only one in there. There might be more, but, you know, I don't think there would be. I think the main thing in the void would be the void area itself, whatever the hell that's going to be called. The red strand area, don't know what that's going to be called. And I have a very particular area for a lightning kind of thing. I think that might all be brushes, though. Now, I can't even really look back at the freaking, what do you call it here? I mean, I could just do this and, like, get a reminder of what all of this looked like. If I even know which album it was. Empty hill. Perfect. Let me just look at this without the effects on. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So throughout most of this, we had, okay, those strange crystals that are also located on the bottom. We could probably put a few of those around. I'll put this over here. I want to look at this again just so I can get a reminder of what all of these are here. I am definitely not going to put the same darkness effect that this all had on it. Whoops. Alright, that's good to note. You got those strange red bulbous things that are just like on the bottom of these islands. Maybe not all of the islands, but definitely some of them. Yeah, then those things. Which was... yeah, some things. There's also pillars. Let's just try to get some more decoration here. This is the only part of the void that has actual, like, land to be walked upon. I'll put a pillar here. Why not? Everything else, like the strands... well, I don't know. Maybe the strands are, like, silk-like. Bloody silk-like. They're warm like blood. And they're as thin as silk. And they probably leave a residue of silk. I kind of do want to add more strands here to make it look like it goes even further beyond. Kind of difficult to do, though, for some of these. Yeah, like some small strands. Also, it's a mess. I'm trying to organize it. Yeah, excuse me. I had chocolate chip pancakes for dinner. 4 pieces. I like this size, maybe. Maybe a small bit bigger. I don't remember. And I put peanut butter and syrup on it. Why the hell not go for that good old peanut butter syrup? Cause why not? Anyways, right. So most of these have that look. Some of them have that. So which one should I have that have? Maybe this one. Yeah, we can maybe have that one have that. To try to, like, make things look a bit, like, different with this. Question is, what are these floating islands supposed to be? It could be, mayhaps, that these floating islands are actually eggshells that are like the same textures as like most rocks that the Void Eater came out of. It would make sense since it's surrounding the Void Eater. Like these things just kind of gravitate around the Void Eater and stop gravitating towards him if he like needs to move to the Demon Realm's main playing area for whatever reason whatsoever. I mean, I'm sure, you know, the Colossal Angler wakes up not like frequently, but every now and again. What was it? If you heard like a loud roar that like sounds like it's in your room and there's nothing there, then chances are the Colossal Angler woke up and is ready to terrorize universes. But the Void Eater goes to the to Demon Realm's main area and puts the Colossal Angler to sleep, allowing for the universes to be safe again. And that was the case. And is the case still. Alright, so I'm going to focus on the islands first. Obviously. Now this is going to be somewhat different. There's not a whole lot of background space we can really use here. I mean, even looking at this, there's not a lot of floating islands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that's like a different case. I think you can even see you probably can see that, yeah. You can somewhat see a light faint of the Void Eater, unless that's rocks. Let me look. Yeah, I do. Like, if I were to, remove all this stuff. Oh, that's why. Right. I forgot. Hold on. It's 3%. Ah, yes, that's what it was. That's what it was originally. Just to showcase that there was, a Voidia there. But he got a completely different look. It wasn't until, like, album 10 that the Void Eater was made, I believe. So it makes sense. I wanted to just create this, like, illusion that something was in the background without having to, like, fully make the thing yet. Because don't forget, this was during a time where I was, like, I think I was only, like, what, a little over a year in the Photoshop? I'm gonna double check. The first year, which is technically in February... And the second one, was that here? Oh, wait, 2 years. If we're going by the fact that I started in February 22, this 22nd of February, and whatever year that was, I don't remember, then that was a little over 2 years. Where was the third one at? Where was the third New Year's cat drawing at? Was it album 13? No. It could have been album 9. No, that seems too early, though. Album 7 wasn't when that was made. No N here. It was 10 here. No N there. Or no New Year's cat there. I don't know. I don't exactly remember when the third New Year's cat drawing came into play. This is annoying. I'm just going to look it up. New New Year's cat. 3. Yeah, where was that? No. 18. Right, it was album 18. So yeah, a little over 2 years. So I was a little over 2 years into Photoshop. I think album, or at least at the end of album 8, I started to learn how to use the pen tool again. Because I remember long ago in school, we were taught how to use the pen tool. And I was like, you know, the pen tool might actually be useful to get certain things to look exactly the same. And, sure enough, here we are. And it is. I forgot who taught me that. Who taught me the pen tool. He was our computer science teacher. I'm sure he could probably remember me, right? I'm probably not watching these videos. Why would he? But yeah, no. A little over 2.5 years in. And at that point, I was relearning the pen tool. It's funny, too, because technically the pen tool... Wait, hold on a second. That's supposed to be there. We were using it for something else. Like, okay, in drawing, we were, like, using it for, like, this stuff and whatnot, having those curves and all that. That's what we were using it for. Trying to, like, get it exactly like that around, like, certain things to cut things out. But, you know me and my freaking awkward way of doing things, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, with 0 still being the same, and of course 10. I mean, it's good because you get 67 like this, or 69. Well, this I know is 9. And I don't have to show people it. I just need to know that's how that's supposed to freaking work. Yes, you know me and my way of doing things from the norm. I am no normal person, nor do I wish to ever be a normal person, because normal people freaking suck sometimes. Sometimes. Not all the time. But yes, I use the pen tool completely different, and that is to draw. Although I would like to try to get a tablet at some point. We need to get into a point where money is not so freaking annoying. Because we're trying to save money to also move out of this godforsaken place. I want Shay to have her own giant house to run around in. It would be nice. It would be nice. The housing market is fucked. What am I to do with $20 an hour, which is technically what was in the past pretty good amount of money to make? Nowadays, it's not enough. Nowadays, that's apartment money. It's really sad to think that that's what it's like. You really gotta, live the poor life if you want to get anywhere in saving enough money to live comfortably for a bit. Or to move into somewhere more. And even then, you have to ensure that you can keep up that income. It's not cool. I hate the way the world is going right now and wish it would change so that nobody has to suffer anymore. But will it change? Who the fuck knows anymore? Who knows? There's a whole bunch of shit going on. Freaking America is having her little mini civil war, even though it's not freaking fully... I don't know, nothing's happened yet. It's probably going to happen soon. Who the hell knows? I'm sick of humans in general. I would, if I had the ability to, I would denounce my humanity and just go to becoming a demon because, why the fuck not? I would like to be a demon at this point, but I don't want to lay harm to the people that I do actually like. Oh, I want to put this over here. And it's good to not let the demon take over. Still, what the fuck is going on with our world? That is the blur tool. I wanted the erase tool. Transphobia is at an all-time high, which is annoying. Why? Why is it like that? Why the fuck is anything like this? Why the fuck is the world doing this? We're reverting back to, the olden days. Hell, I don't even think the olden days had a lot of that to worry about. You probably, the homophobic people out there probably don't even realize that there were probably many men fucking in the day that Christ was, alive and doing things. Hell, who the fuck knows? Maybe Jesus was also getting some tail from some man. Love thy man, whatever. I don't know, I'm not religious. I don't care about religion. Religion, think of it like this. Religion is restricted. And I am a person who does not like to be restricted in any means, shape, or form. Unless it's bondage and a little certain feather or brush is laid upon my body in certain places. But other than that, I do not like to be restricted. I want to do whatever I want to do. That's within moral reason, of course. I'm going to just go out there and start slaughtering people I don't like. Because that's illegal, obviously. And also, anyone who's smart enough realizes that if they were to friggin' do something that's against the law and get them in jail, you would not have the ability to create anymore. And that's what I want to try to avoid. That's literally the only thing that's keeping my frickin' personality, the demon personality, from coming out, is because I don't want to not be able to create anymore. I enjoy creating. And if I can't create, I am angry. And I fear that if the anger takes over, the demon will fully transform. My body will go through a transmorphing, amorphosis or something, where my physical appearance looks like that. And I have drawn him before, wherever the fuck he was. I think that was 43. And I take on the appearance, assuming I know where the fuck this is, that looks like that of this guy right here. And I don't want that. I don't want to go and become a demon who wants to kill all humans, and not just humans, but all life on the earth, and plunge the earth into an apocalyptic state where no life lives. So I continue to create, escape into my fantasy world, and try to avoid anger as best as I can. Easier said than done when these corporations like to really just fuck over everybody. Employees and consumers alike. There really is just no limits as to how much, fuckage these corporations provide. That's really like the only major thing that's just been pissing me off lately. My goddamn job, and now Patreon with this crap. Gonna have to switch on over to Subscribestar and hope that that's going to be good. I sent a note to a fellow deviant artist who was also on Subscribestar, waiting for their return back. I'm getting a comment on commissions. Unfortunately, I'm not doing commissions. Wait, what the hell? Wait, what is this? I don't remember this note of... Oh yeah, that's what I was doing way back. I forget. Right, I'm gonna have to look that up at some point. That's for certain. Yeah, but we got notifications! Here we are! Hozo1337, thanks for adding Tentacle Tickle Trap teaser to your favorites. That drawing that apparently Patreon hates, despite the fact that it's now... Whatever. Anime TK, thanks for saying favorites. Butthead King 21, thanks for saying favorites. Lego Maniac, thanks for the same favorites. And Outcast, thanks for the same favorites. And then we got Just Random Guy 123. Thank you for adding Died Diggles to your favorites. And Yeetman69, thanks for adding the same drawing to your favorites. Yeah. Oh, right! I forgot to talk about that because I said it in the previous episode that's lost. And now I have to say it again. Plan A, good news everyone. Plan A was a go. I was able to get permission from Kosagen to be able to draw their characters from, the Tied to Twins series. And, by George, a lot of people really enjoyed that drawing. Like, my God, man. I was like, yeah, that's getting back into the high. Like, how much do we have here now? In the span of 2 days, we got 8K views and 348 favorites, which is a lot for somebody on mine who's only ever gotten like 200s and a little over 100 for some. With the most I've gotten being a little over 400. That drawing is going to beat that Daphne Backstage special drawing, which is, sitting over 400. That's for certain. Anyways, yes, corporations are constantly annoying me. Now we got HBO Max who's doing more stuff. Now it's just secondhand annoyance because I had to deal with it twice now, and almost had to deal with it 3 times if I had decided to put Inuyasha on hiatus. Technically 3, no, it would have been like, I saw that that's gone, but like, alright, I'll just watch close enough, and then as soon as I get to like the last season, it's like, where the fuck did it go? What the fuck, HBO Max? And then it's just more aggravation. At least, I'm glad I didn't start watching it, because at least now I don't have even more reason to be pissed. Just slight reasons to be pissed for them removing a show that I was planning on watching at some point. That I thought was going to be on there. I don't get it. I don't get what this fucking moron is doing. I am baffled by the decision that the producer at HBO Max is making right now. We still on microphone? Good. Just need to double check. Gotta double check now. Can't trust this system. It did it once. It could do it again. Probably do it without even giving me a notification. Also, how long will be recording? Not even an hour? Really? Interesting. Anyways, yeah. This fucking chuckle nut over here is just, it's just really causing an uproar with these decisions. And the only thing that this dumbass is like seeing these people like complain, be like, I don't care what you idiots think, we're getting a huge tax write-off. Woo boy, yeah. I'm getting that Pulaski vibe from these stupid decisions. Only a Pulaski can make these types of stupid decisions. Oh, and believe me, Pulaskis make so many stupid decisions. If you don't know the Pulaskis, they're the most worst creation I have ever made, but have not drawn yet. And I'm just debating whether or not I want to introduce them into the drawing landscape. They exist now. Really? What is wrong with this fucking mouse? I don't know if that's gonna help. If this mouse fucking dies again, I just replaced this battery not too long ago. Really? Seriously? Okay, do I have any batteries in here? Yeah, I do. Maybe these still have. Why do these... There's no way these 2 batteries ran out of charge already. These are all batteries that I'm using, but they have been apparently running. They have a huge charge. Why are these 2 gone? That's why I'm curious. Why are these 2 dead? How the fuck did... These are new batteries too! And the batteries that I'm putting in are old. These batteries I put in, I have had them for ages. Why are these 2 dead? They feel lighter somehow. Like the other batteries I put in just feel heavier. Hold on. What? Okay. I guess these batteries were just... I guess they were just a bad batch of batteries. That's the only fucking thing I can think of. I don't remember how you dispose those. I have to get a reminder. Yeah, because it says don't put it in trash can. I gotta ask him where the hell I'm supposed to put those again. These are old batteries that I'm using. Those 2 that I put in, they were brand new. Or at least I think they were brand new. I grabbed them from the box in my father's drawers. And apparently this freaking set of batteries, the old ones still have juice. Despite the fact that I used them twice as long as the... Whatever. Don't tell me fucking battery corporations are starting to, like, nerf their batteries. I don't trust corporations anymore. It's a shame that the only way I can get, like, my shows animated is through corporations, because that seems to be the only way, and it's gonna fucking suck when we get the fucking runaround with that shit, if we get the runaround, assuming that we get that. I'm hoping we get it, like, somewhat animating studio in a corporation that isn't just complete and utter trash to take up animating our series. Because obviously there are people like HBO Max out there who are like, we're going to animate your show. And I'm like, no, we're going to cancel it because apparently we hate animated content for some reason. Why are you like that? Although the only reason, or the only thing I would, like, go for... Huh? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Go to this, you fool. What are you mewing at me for? Meow. Meow. She's a little crybaby sometimes, I don't know why. Why are you always crying? Why are you always crying? Alright, I guess I could probably have some... Yeah, I know, Cat, I've been frustrating. I've been frustrating right here. Oh, wait, shish. That's not what I want. I want the rock color. I mean, can you blame me? Everything is just going against me. The new batteries I had died, and now I'm using the old batteries that still apparently have more juice, despite the fact that I've used them longer than the fucking new batteries. Which is making me just think that those batteries are cheap somehow. I don't know how. I probably am going to have to, like, go and grab, like, another set of batteries, unless these are just still very freaking good. Everything just wants to be against me. All today, everything's just been against me. I'm just not catching a break. I'm not catching a fucking break at all, and my god, it really is just infuriating. Anyways, I don't know where we were at. Oh my god, I just remembered this. I should have remembered this because I fucking just watched the episode today. I didn't realize that Bill Cosby was number 5's father. And that is very, like, my god. That is, I guess there's gotta be like Reddit posts or something talking about the fact that Bill Cosby is Abigail's father, and there's gotta be just a whole bunch of jokes and whatnot. Oh yes, you all know Bill Cosby, the zip-a-zoop zoop-a-zoop on in your drop cup or whatever. Going ahead and, I don't know why I said Zyke. I don't know what the fuck roofie drug names are. I just know that he roofies. Goddamn jokes that were not even like good jokes, the dark jokes here. Like yelling at the screen for freaking number 1 and number 2 to not eat the cookies. Don't eat the cookies, they're laced. Oh, God, man, Bill Cosby. Why did you do it, Bill? Why did you do it? Man, son, talk about that dang old Bill Cosby, dang old number 5's father, man. You talk about some goddamn real just not cool, man. Man. I mean, I get it. During that time, he was everybody's favorite comedian. Zip Zop, kids say the darndest things and whatnot. Go ahead, talk about like Bill Cosby anymore. Talk about like freaking dang old. You go ahead and back there, sure. Farmer Road, they talk about some how mixed up with that Wade Barnes farmer talk. I don't remember what exactly that was because apparently that has not come out yet. Anyways, yes, I get it. He was a funny man before the rape allegations, and now he is well. Think of it like this. You all remember iCarly and Victorious? Well, you know, Jeanette's book, I forgot what it was called. Something about, I'm glad my mother died. I think that's what the book was called. The abusive mother, and the fact that she had okay, so the rundown that I got from Twitter was this. Jeanette had an abusive mother. We already knew of that in the past, but now we have more information and an actual book talking about it. What are you meowing for? Anyways, before the cat interrupts me again. But within the book, we've seen some talk, of course, about the abusive mother. I haven't read it. I only grabbed experts from, Twitter. Which is, there's not really much that I can do to, buy the book and read it. You know how busy I am with my drawings, Minecraft videos Friday, soon to be Game Crafter Saturdays. Depending on if this fucking job I'm working at stops putting Saturdays on the board. And we got Sundays through Thursdays to try to get 2 drawings done with. 2 Patreon drawings a month, or no, maybe not. No, I don't think it's not going to be Patreon anymore. It's going to be subscribe. We're just going to call it Hardcore Mature Drawing, done with a month. And an extra or 2 drawings, depending on what month it is. Yada yada, busy. I barely have any time for gaming, sadly. But yes, we got the experts. We know what we know what went down and the major talking points. Anyways, enough excuses. We saw the whole Jeanette's mother was abusive to her with a lot of stuff. Something about how there's an eating disorder that was developed because she wanted her daughter to be skinny. And the creator, which, let's be fucking real here, it's Diane Hold Her Tighter sees a fighter Snyder. And I had a funny Fred and Barney scene where Fred and Flintstone and Barney Rubbles are like these freaking universe traveling people who are like looking for degenerates in our universe and like taking them out of the universe to put them in like an intergalactic prison. And Fred Flintstone is the one to like procure them and arrange them. I don't even go that far because for some stupid reason my brain has a hard time trying to imagine Dan's face because I try not to look at his face. And then it just goes to Jack Black's face. And now Fred is trying to get Barney to give him confirmation that that is indeed Dan Snyder. They fuck up. In one ending, they fuck up. Jack, whatever the fuck his name was, sues them, and Fred's like, "You should have given me the right information, Barney. How hard was it to recognize that ugly mug? I should have wet my gut. That man looked too handsome to be Dan Snyder. You fucking idiot, Barney." "I'm sorry, Fred. It was a common mistake, honest. Barney, you fucked the company over 10 ways from Friday. All because you couldn't differentiate the difference between a troll and the most handsome masculine man on the planet." I'm being very generous here, but he is pretty cool looking. And Dan looks like an actual troll. Not sorry. Despite the fact that young me did enjoy those feet scenes, but now that I'm older and, those scenes are underage stuff, let's just say that it really is weird looking at those now and being like, that's on TV. That is on TV. The blatant is not even like barely disguised. That is like fully blown, the writer's fully blown fetish or something. Meme thingy, whatnot. Anyways, I'm off topic here. The creator, Dan Hold Her Tighter, she's a fighter Snyder. We definitely, are smart enough to realize that is who the creator is. I mean, even it shows the creator in there. The fact that he went on ahead and had Jeanette play a character who has mommy issues and is heavily like a foodie, despite the fact that she has had, I think she doesn't have it anymore, an eating disorder. That, my friends, is fucked up. Hollywood is fucked up. Anybody out there trying to get their kids to be a famous, child star, don't. It's fucked up. And there is a pretty freaking good reason why the creator, i.e. Dan Get in the Van Snyder, we gotta try to vary up the freaking names here, he encouraged underage drinking to the casts of not only iCarly, but Victorious as well. That is, that is pretty fucked up. Like, seriously. Is it not Cat who's looking at the door for some reason? With your head over it? I don't know why you're in that position. Is that comfortable? Don't even murmur at me. Yeah, it is pretty messed up. And now it makes sense. Looking at, I forgot what his name was, and I was referring to him as Beck from the show. Looking at, like, episodes where, he's shown, and sometimes he looks drunk. Well, that's because he is drunk. And then you got that freaking TikTok thing that I saw on Twitter. I don't use TikTok. I only get TikTok like stuff shown on Twitter, and that's it. And it's a joke, but I feel like there's underlying tones where he says, You don't remember, like, the plots for the shows that you were, like, an actor in. How bizarre is that? How bizarre. How bizarre indeed. Yeah, I mean, corruption is a freaking thing that exists throughout this entire fucking planet. No matter what, there's always corruption. I feel like there's corruption in my goddamn workplace. Really does feel like it. I mean, we do have employees at each other's throats. I don't know why. There's one employee that's, like, constantly, like, giving problems to another one. They're on the same shift. I don't know why. See, I am the one who, does not, like, how do I explain it? I'm usually silent. And well, it depends. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm usually silent and I have a scowl, but I try not to, get into any problems at work in that instance. Because then it'll just make me even more frustrated, and it's better to try to avoid it. It's good that the supervisor finally freaking died down a bit and started to be a little bit more calm. I mean, he's still annoying sometimes with the bossiness. Constantly trying to get people to do work. And not, like, give people, like, at least a minute to just sit down and rest their bodies. It's like standing around in a fucking humid factory. You gotta, like, have some instance where you can just sit down and relax your body outside of just breaks. That's a problem sometimes with this place. But, yeah. That died down a bit. And the only overtime we've been having to worry about is Saturdays now, which is annoying. I don't want overtime in general. And I'm very busy. Very busy I am. Must do many things. Anyways, yeah. Corruption is a thing that just keeps going on. And there are some stuff that is happening in this goddamn factory, but, not as much that I know of yet. Our stand-in plant supervisor left because of family issues, or plant manager, so now we don't have a plant manager. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get one. Don't know what's going to occur. Something's going to occur, we'll see what happens. But when it comes to corruption, no, there is something. There is something deep-seated in. Like freaking so many corruption things. And a lot of people that are for some reason drinking the Kool-Aid for some corrupt people out there. Despite the fact that they really shouldn't. But, you know what's going on in the world. I only get most of my news from Internet Today, which, let's be honest here, I don't care for watching news. I'm only really watching them for the entertainment value. I don't give a shit about news. There will be some things I look at, but I don't really get into the nitty-gritty when it comes to certain types of things. But there's apparently this... I don't know, the Queen of Canada, that's what you call it, self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, who is just, causing a lot of issues in Canada. A lot of issues. Got these freaking people out there who are trying to, like, arrest the Canadian police. Other people not paying their, like, bills and whatnot. It's a real cult vibe. And we also got that in our freaking country as well. But all these Trump supporters and whatnot. Oof. I don't know how people are so easily swayed by things like that. It can't be an intelligence thing, right? I refuse to believe that these people aren't that dumb. to just fall under that category and not just think, something about this just seems wrong. And not just go through it and think, yes, that is what I want. Yes, let's commit a small genocide amongst a minority of people. Yes, let's do that. And instead of just being that doesn't seem right. As a matter of fact, that seems psycho. Maybe I shouldn't be involved in this. But no, they decided to go for the psycho plan. They decided to go full-on Joker-fied. And then they just go on ahead and cause more problems for people who really just are trying to live their lives the way they want to live them. And it's really annoying that this is a thing that exists not just here, but everywhere. I don't even know, how the hell people are led into this scenario. Okay, bubbles are soft light. I don't get it. How do people fall in these rabbit holes? Some people are so damn gullible. Me, I just want to live in my fantasy worlds. I am miserable and depressed. The way the world is right now really just makes me question how long humanity has. Because it really doesn't seem like we have long for this planet. With all the idiotic people in charge causing all these dumps of toxic waste and whatnot. All these pollution slowly draining the planet of its ozone. Not doing shit about it, not helping fix it. Sure, there are some people out there who are trying to fix it. Kudos to them. But the amount of offset that we'd have to do to fix this fully requires all of those idiots who create those pollution and are like, no, this is the way we're doing it. We're sticking with the old way. I don't want to change. I want to go to the old way. Go back to child labor laws. And they just go on ahead and cause every normal person in a 20 million mile radius to just have a complete aneurysm of the stupidity and their freaking persistence in trying to keep up with the old ways. The old ways are changing. Even I can attest that it is good to want to stick with the change as best as you can. If you don't want to change to certain things, that's fine. Keep it to yourself. But don't drag us all down with your nonsense. Some of us want to live. And not suffer for the next fucking who knows how long. But no, continue to be old coots. To just constantly cause problems for the next generation. They're trying to speedrun death here and bring everyone along with them. Wait, but I already did that. I am saddened and maddened about all the things that are going on in the world. I can only hope that my theory is true, and that whatever we create becomes real in another universe, and that I can somehow manage to get my soul the ability to travel to said universes that I've created, and be in Luna's universe, and just, have fun. Instead of being miserable, I can just continue to create there. Or maybe Luna comes into our universe, saves our planet, brings us over to her universe, and we get to see a nice blue sun with a whole bunch of planets surrounding it. It would be nice, wouldn't it? If only. If only we could somehow manage to get our arses to multi-dimensional travel. There's no way to know whether or not the theory of whatever we create becomes real in another universe is true, because the only way we can get proof to either prove that it exists or disprove it is if we get something to... it's not even a case of, you can't disprove it, because you would need to have proof for it to happen. What is it, the unknowns or something? how did that quote go again? There are unknown, I gotta just look it up. Now go to Google. Unknowns quote. How did that go again? There are known unknowns. That's to say, we know there are known unknowns. And that is to say, and we know that there are some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know. And if one looks throughout the history of our country and other free countries, there's a lot of categories that have a chance to be the difficult ones. I don't know. This is not the Boondocks quote, but, what? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I dare you. Say what again, Turner? Say what again? Say what again, Turner? Say what again? I dare you. I dare you, Turner. Say that again. Say what again? Oh no. The only closest gun-looking object I have is the PS4. All the guns are upstairs, and I'm not gonna go upstairs to do a freaking Doug Dimmadome / Boondocks bit. There are known unknowns, but there are also unknown unknowns. Things that we don't know of the unknowns and knowns and damn, man! I can't keep up with all these unknown unknowns and these known unknowns. Turner, give me some help here. Lend me your. Funny thing is, we were talking about survival on Dimmadome Island in the Lost episode. It is literally the Lost episode, and all it is just me, like, while I'm drawing the cat. I'm sure you could probably lip sync. I deleted the video, though. I don't want to. Hopefully. It's still there. The video is still there. But, I'm not going to be able to get anything out of it. Which is annoying. Also, I was just there. Where am I? F? I don't think we've done F yet. Anyways, yeah, to get proof that the, what do you call it? That there is, like we can't disprove that there are no multiple universes. There's no way we can really disprove it. Because it's the concept of trying to travel between different universes, it's not something that we have grasped yet scientifically. It's like in a particular scientific instance where we don't know how to do it yet. Therefore, we can't disprove whether or not that we can or cannot travel to different universes. I.e., it's a known unknown, or an unknown, I don't know what the fuck the difference is. Nevertheless, you can't disprove it, because the only evidence you could get to, like, get some form of proof for it will always prove that it exists. Although I guess whether or not whatever we create becomes real in another universe is the thing that you're trying to disprove. And I guess you could possibly do that if we can get to universal travel. But with the amount of universes that would take to get to another universe, that would mean that you would have to go through many different freaking universes until you come across something that's similar to the universe that you made. Although, I guess the one way that you could try to find the universes that you've made is to get the consciousness of that said person and use that as, say, the compass or waymark or waste or whatever the fuck the word is to be able to get us to travel to that universe with ease without having to play the guessing game and trying to figure out, okay, is this where that universe is? No, that's a universe where dogs are cats and cats are dogs. They bark and whatever, I don't know. That's okay. How about this one? No, that's the universe of perpetual cock and ball torture. So, yeah, no, there's really just like only one way that we could potentially figure that out if we could get to other universes. And that, right there, is to just get the person who made all that information in their head and find the coordinates via that way. Assuming that there is a way to measure where they are coordinate-wise, and assuming we have some technology that like opens up a portal or a wormhole, probably isn't like the same thing, whatever. A portal that allows us to just step right into that area. Alright, now for the strands. Ow. Needless to say, getting to the area that we need to get to, in order for us to be able to prove that this thing exists, there's no way to it won't disprove it, because any evidence you get will prove that this is what is occurring, that this is what can happen. So, yeah. Let's hope that this thing exists. Because if it does, I can leave this universe and hang out with Luna and my other creations and maybe have some fun for once, instead of being miserable working in a job that I hate and having to be in fear of everything I'm working towards crumbling because corporations are such a fucking piece of shit. Everything you work so hard for is at threat because everyone just trying to fucking bring you down. They don't want you to succeed. They want you to constantly fail so that you are stuck in a system. And it could be little fucking slave drivers who are like, oh yes, we're bringing back slavery and they don't even know. Oh, but no, it's not a slavery instance of race. No, all of those poor folks with no money. That's who we want to enslave because we're evil rich people who wants to enslave everybody and make as much money as possible. Even though money's not going to mean anything because we're all going to die. Oh no, wait, we're going to go to Mars and fight amongst ourselves, apparently, because we didn't think about the fact that if there's no poor people, there's nobody to work for us, and now we have to work for our fucking instance. I mean, think of it like this. You're in a position where the world is dying, or you're in a position where the world is dying. You have two options. You die with the ship, like a captain would, or you go with the rich people, and then they just force you to work and do nothing but work and make them more money while you're just working again and just living miserably. Only under their commands this time. See, I would take option die, because I would not want to live the rest of my life where there's only rich fuckers who are trying to just make me do their work. I would prefer to just become a ghost. And if I can't travel to universes at this point, I'm just going to haunt humanity. The rest of humanity decide to stick with these rich fools and just haunt them. Haunt them until, maybe we could just turn into a demon and haunt them that way. Or, I don't know, we could turn into a demon and just be like, no, you're going down with the rest of us. And we just wipe them out. Because apparently humanity at this particular stage should not be living if that's all that's left. If there's no good left, then it's probably not a good idea to have only those guys left. Wait a minute. Ah, shit. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted at all. Now I gotta wait for this thing to load. Oh, there it is. And technically that does use... Yeah, I guess we can still keep this for the magenta effect. I'll put you right here. No, I needed to open up, not that, but JPEG. Which one was it? Album 49? Yeah, was it a Void Demon? Yeah, the blip head I think is the only one that shows off the crystals. Yeah, the crystals do have a different light glow here. Maybe not that pink. I mean, I guess technically speaking, if humanity gets to a point where there's only rich people left and the few poor people that decided to unknowingly stick with those rich people decide to go, there's a good chance that the poor people like rise up and say, screw this, we're not working. Infighting happens and they just kill the rest of humanity off that way. It's a possibility. I mean, I wouldn't put it past that being the thing that occurs. To be honest with you, that seems like the most logical scenario. Plus, they would have to have some way to convince people to do that. I mean, I don't know, man. In my position, I would hope, and all of my hope, that all the rich people leave the planet, because, any rich person that leaves the planet are going to be bad. They're not going to be good people. Although, I would say the only other person who would leave the planet would be Markiplier, but only because he wants to explore space. Or in this case, he would probably be like, send me me by myself in a rocket off in some random direction. Don't even put me with all those people. Just send me off in that direction. We're all gonna die anyways, and I want to die where I belong. Space is so cool. So cool. And then he just dies of starvation. Or maybe he has a self-destruct button and he's like, yes, my time has come. Take me, space. And let's be honest, he probably would take that option. Although, that would be like his last wish. Take into space. We're all gonna die anyways. I might as well die where I belong. In space, with the stars, he would probably say. Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. And hope that Luna comes to our rescue and takes us away from this miserable place with all the evil rich people moving to Mars. Yep. And also, it would be nice to spend some time with Luna. Oh, and don't you worry. I'll take all of the debt that Luna will want to, do upon us. I don't know how many hours of tickling that would be, but that would be a very much more preferable option than blowing up in space. Well, for me. For all you guys, well, I don't know. Your lives were saved. We're in a much better spot now. We can travel to Luna's planet, technically Fade's planet. I keep calling it Luna's universe, but it is... Fade was the first one. I'm sorry, Fade, but Luna has just been getting more attention. Which makes sense. I'm trying to get Luna's gadgets all made. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck... I'm just gonna call this blue webs or something. I don't know. I want a nice, blue tealish area here. Not strands, but more so just a strange blue, cloudy, nebulous kind of thing. With electricity kind of just taking up most of the area. You see this weird blue stuff over here. And whatnot. Yeah, that's what that is. Anyways, yeah. Also, let me see if this is still recording, because that was a pretty funny bit. Yes, it's still recording. Still on microphone audio. I don't want to lose the funny bits. I already lost a few funny bits. Oh, I forgot about the Caboose. And there's no fucking reason for me to talk about it right now, because of the fact that the only reason I brought it up is because I drew the trunk and yes, the trunk. Or as I like to call it, the Caboose. I'm not even in the freaking mood to try recreate that bit. I'm just gonna give you the rundown of what it was. The bit simply put was just it was a it's a kid's cartoon show that little bit was, assuming that that's a thing. I don't know if that's real, but it could have occurred far before the whole Uzi thing came into play. I only just noticed this coming into play with the Calusi, which, probably, that's not too bad. Clown girl, even flat, don't really care. All that really matters is, the gravity connectors. The gravity connectors, those things. I'm trying to replicate Peridot's voice, but that's not really as good as it could be. The closest I can get is try to replicate Haruko's voice and put a more nasally instance to it. But I don't have the tone of voice, so I sound like a much more deeper. Deep. I can't do it. I gotta bring my Adam's apple up while also sounding nasally to try to replicate Peridot's voice. Anyways, yes, as I was saying before, the whole Calusi thing, that probably came way after, the Calusi, and, it would make sense that they Calusi, funny word, ha. Nobody at that point thought that was going to be taken into, any weird context. Nobody thought about that, right? Assuming that was real, but, it sounds real. Unless it's a really good impersonation of Goofy, which I wouldn't put it past, people. But, yes, I'm just, imagining, I don't have the time for this. Here's your challenge, folks. If you are willing to brave through the kids' cartoons of olden days, see if you can find some words that have completely different meaning now. Because I'm sure there are some words out there that sounded funny, like the kawoo-woo. Yes, I remember the kawoo-woo. I was talking about that before. I'm glad I still remembered what that was and not forgotten about it. Oh yes, the kawoo-woo. Yeah, that. It was a funny word back then, but 20 years later, oh no, kawoo means cock and ball torture now. Yes, that's what I was talking about in the previous one. I'm glad I was able to get that one in. I was like, oh no, this freaking kid character is now talking about the kawoo, which it used to be a funny word, but now it's just cock and ball torture. Why, Internet? Why did you do this? You ruined a funny word and turned it into something that shouldn't be. And then everybody's just laughing because this is a thing that occurred. And all the people who don't like it are just like, why? Why is the internet like this? I don't get it. I don't understand. And it's just hilarious seeing them have a breakdown on Twitter because of it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to remember that. I think I might be close to done with this. I'm trying to figure out here. We got the floating isles, that red strand, that blue stuff, the void. I don't remember what else I would need. I guess we would have to just come up with something. Because not all of these showcased every single area in the place. We don't get to see that crossover instance in the Drought Plains and Crimson Jungles area. Some areas are just not drawn in here, and that's fine, because we can't draw them all. But, we can draw them in the next, not in the next instance, in the later instance. I'm trying to see if there's anything more I can do with the background here, though. I'm sure there is. I have no idea. I could probably add some more rocks and stuff. Actually, yeah, wait, hold on. Let's get some more rocks around here. Floating rocks, of course. We're close to the end here. I'm not sure what to talk about. Let's call these islands. Or use the island swatch for these. Honestly, I don't even know how the hell I got to do. Oh yeah, because of the whole the world ending, space is cool, and Luna picks me up and brings me to her universe instead of the blowing up planet that we are currently going to be on soon in the future. Or maybe not blowing up, maybe just like everything's like dead. And the only one who can save us is Luna. Hopefully. Hopefully, my theory is true, and we can live our lives happy and not worried and whatnot. I don't know. Oh, man. Why must life be so shitty? And why are we the cause for our shitty lives? Well, anyways, let's hope we can somehow manage to bounce back from this. I don't know how. I really don't know what to expect going into the future. I hope there's a way we can prolong our life, because it would be pretty terrible if the world just like ended and everyone died in 2050 while we are all still alive. Such a short notice. That isn't like, I mean, that's a lot of hours. Not a lot of hours, a lot of days to do stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. It really does feel all doom and gloom. Either the whole extinction event is going to happen, or we just nuke ourselves out of existence because of these psychotic people who are in power. Who are just trying to turn everybody into freaking genocidal maniacs going after opposing forces. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. You gotta question how the fuck we ended up in this position. How the fuck we all ended up into such a terrible timeline. Well, I don't know anymore. I'm gonna bring some brightness up in that area and a little bit in this area as well, just because. Cool, great. Okay, not bad for it being, what do you call it? I gotta remember, I gotta draw like the outline of the demon that provides light. So I remember that. But I think that's all for the background. Not bad. A little over an hour and a half, but it makes sense. Unlike most of the other regions in the demon realm, the void is a void, with the only land that we have here being this stuff. Although I do say it's not too bad looking. Oh, let me save this swatch here, this updated swatch before I forget. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not bad. It has that space feel, but the void, I guess, kind of somewhat is space-like. Only major difference is the void is filled with gases. And the space abyss is filled with a vacuum. So, anyways, yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah, good, great. So, thank you all for watching today's episode of Existential Crisis. If you enjoyed it, or please leave a like. I'm going to say today's part of today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out their playlist. And of course, a previous episode of Art Time, which should have been the cat, but it's not. And the next part of today's episode. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next part. Later.